Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. Well, I'm giggling because, as you can probably see, my cat has decided to join me for today's message. And I thought better to have him in here with me because he loves the energy and he loves to join me whenever I'm doing energy work than to have him crying at the door and desperately trying to get in with that little paw underneath the door, just begging to open it, open it, open it. So I hope it's not too distracting. I tend to tune him out, and that's what I'm going to do now. Well, I am so excited about today's message because I heard that the next 30 days are going to be vital. They are going to be life-changing, and that they are going to start things in motion that we have wanted to start for quite a long time. Now, what does all that mean? It means that all of the energies in the universe are lining up to clear the path before us, to give us a smooth road to travel down. It is up to us to travel down that road and to keep the road clear and not polluted with our negative thoughts, our negative emotions, our old stodgy beliefs, and all of the things that we have used in the past as excuses to hold us back. Now, that's not to say that we are required to be perfect or that everything within us has to be clear and clean before we can move down the path. What it means is we must be aware enough to not consciously place things along that path that are going to trip us up. So how did I take that? I took that to mean expect the best, assume the best, right? We don't know exactly what the future is going to look like. We don't know exactly how it's going to work itself out. So why not assume the best? I have said a million times in my life, the past does not equal the future. It doesn't have to. But the only way for that to happen is for us to change something within us. Now, what the universe can do, what the planets can do, what the astrologies can do, the astronomies can do, what our guides, guardians, galactic family, angelic kingdom, and higher selves and souls can do is they can create the circumstances that will allow us to make the movement that we wish to make. That's all they can do. We have to do the rest. And we are in a position in the next 4 weeks, in the next 30 days, where we can do that. So I'm going to encourage you to take advantage of that opportunity. Don't let it pass you by through inertia or old negative belief patterns, right? Let it carry you forward. Step on the path. Be fearless in your trust within yourself. Be fearless in your assumption that things can work out for you because they can. They can't if you're still holding on to those old designs that create negative experiences, right? That create calamity in your life. Now, if you are dealing with something that is written into your plan for this life, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be lifted out of the plan and everything's going to, clear up instantly. But what it does mean is that the road that you're traveling can be easier. It can be smoother. There can be new insights, elevations, awakenings accompanying that path for you. Do not give up hope. That's the main message there. Do not give up hope, right? I mean, we don't know. So if we don't know, why be a doom and gloomer, right? I choose not to be. I get very impatient with people who say nothing ever changes. And the reason I get impatient with people who say that is because I know that nothing stays the same. Nothing ever stays the same. So if we're saying that nothing ever changes, it's because we're not changing our perception. We're not looking in different places. We're looking in the same old place to validate our same old belief. I really don't want to do that for myself, because for me, that leads me to an unhappy place. And I've had enough unhappiness in my life that I want to avoid that. So I was told today that as we move through these next 30 days, as we move through these opportunities of tremendous manifestation, things may pop up and manifest instantly. But more importantly, we are planting seeds in a garden that will produce over the long term. And because they will produce over the long term, if you don't see instantaneous results, you have the option to jump back into, well, I did that, nothing changed, or I planted that and let me see what evolves. Let me see what grows. I was told that reconciliation is now possible. I heard resolve the unresolved within you. Now, reconciliation could be with others. It could be within ourselves, right? Some of us have to reconcile the decisions that we've made and come to peace with them. Some of us have to reconcile relationships that we're in and come to peace with them and allow them to evolve in the way that they are going to evolve. Some of us have to reconcile who we are with who we thought we were going to be when we got to a certain point in life. We used to call that midlife crisis, but I think it happens a lot over the course of an individual's lifetime if they have not reconciled who they are with the choices that they've made and the path that they have walked. And again, I'm not saying that it's good or bad. You're not evolved if you didn't do that, or you are evolved if you did do that. I'm just pointing out areas that we might want to look at in order to shift, grow, and bring ourselves into more harmony with who we are and the life that we are living. And that also creates the life that we are moving into. So in that case, the past would equal the future that we want. Now, am I saying get on the phone and call everybody you've ever had a disagreement with and reconcile? No. Okay, let's not be silly and let's not be extreme. But what I am saying is within yourself, reconcile that situation, that relationship, those decisions, this life, whatever it is that is left undone for you. We can do it now, and it can be a lot easier. There's a ton of energy surrounding us right now as we are heading into the Lion's Gate. Oh, did I forget to mention that that's going to open soon? So we've got all kind of openings coming up. Last week, my guys showed me portals. They showed me doorways. I was told that openings would be taking place everywhere, within us, outside of us. And those of you who have been through the journey with me through the 9 portals, you know how to open those portals within yourself. You don't have to wait for them to be opened on the outside, right? Or even in the inner. Go open them. So resolve the unresolved within you. Well, how do you know what's in there that needs to be resolved? I say pay attention to your body. Any parent who has ever had a teenager knows exactly what that looks like. It's when you get that phone call from that child that says, "Mom," or "I hope you're sitting down," or "You'll never believe what happened," right? And then your heart starts to race and the panic starts to set in. And that's an unreconciled fear within us, right? The fear of some harm coming to someone we love, right? The things that make you